All right, I'm here as I wanted to get on here a special happy 4th of July as I wanted to get on here sooner than later. So just wanted to follow up after this weekend's race. If you weren't at Miami, you missed a little bit of practice and a little bit of racing. As unfortunately, the rainstorm came in, the lightning, it just got really unsafe, and that's what my job is, just to try to keep everybody safe, get everybody home safely at night, and have a good day's race. So, anyways, scenario is usually we try to get a first half done and complete. If we could have got one whole half, that would have been awesome. It would have been in the books. I wouldn't have to stress all this different stuff going on. So, anyways, what happened is we got 6 races in. So we got 6 total races in, and then the lightning storm hit. The Super Mini, it's 85 Stars of Tomorrow was on the line, and they were really close to going. And we had some lightning strikes. And if you didn't hear before, there has been a person that struck by lightning out at Miami MX. So I did had that in the back of my mind. I didn't want anything like that to happen. So, anyways, we had to make that call with the Stars of Tomorrow on the gate, race 7. So basically, these classes got to race, and they're final in the books. 50 senior beginner, 50cc intermediate seniors, 65 intermediate, 65 beginner 5 to 8, 65 9 to 11, 65 9 to 11 beginner, 50cc juniors, 125 250 advance, and 125 250C. So that was one big class that got their race in, and then 50cc e-bikes. So all of them riders, nothing's changed. You guys, you got your race in, and you're heading into Lazy Springs next week, regular points. And then the final race at Moto Bros Okeechobee, that will be double points for everybody. So the final round, double points for everybody. This lazy round. So what's going to happen is all the classes that did not get to race, they'll be at double points at lazy. So we'll basically make it where it evens out and it's fair. So pretty much what happened is, so many of these classes are going to race double points at lazy. If you were there, I've had to think about this and try to put the best scenario thing together to make it fair for everybody, because when you drive to Miami and somebody don't drive to Miami and they pre-signed up, we can't make that even. So what's going to happen is everybody that didn't get the race and showed up at Miami, they're going to get 40 points. Okay, so I told everybody 20, but I've thought about it. That's what I've been doing, thinking about it for the last couple of days, and just trying to put the best scenario to keep everything even and keep the playing field even. As there's a lot of classes that were racing each other for high points. So there's a lot more at stake than just individual classes. So anyways, we just tried to put the best scenario together. So if you showed up and raced, or you showed up and signed up, you got 40 points at Miami. If you pre-signed up, but you didn't go, you can't back sign up. But if you pre-signed up, I'm not going to make Miami, then we had a handful of people that did that. They'll get 20 points. So that's the difference. If you showed up, you got 40. If you didn't show up and you just pre-registration sign up, you were just getting your sign up points anyways, you'll get that 20. That was the big thing, is I got to make it where you get something for being there. And that's the difference maker. So all the classes that did not get to race, there'll be double points at the next round. If you did race, it'll be regular standard points. So we have that. Definitely confusing as far as for us having to figure all this stuff out. But that's the best scenario that we came up with. So points on the line. All racers that signed up and were there present, they got 40 points. The people that pre-signed up, they're only going to receive 20 points. That's the difference. So if you didn't make it and you pre-registered before the race, you get 20. If you were there in person, you're going to get 40. So riders who didn't get the race and the riders that were present will get 40. The riders that wasn't there will get 20. Double points for all of the classes that didn't race at lazy. So that's what's going to make it. So these guys got the race this weekend. These guys didn't. So they're going to be double points. So it's going to even pretty much the playing field. We get through lazy smooth, then everybody will be back at even going into the final round. So very confusing, but we think we got it. All right. So yeah, all classes that race will be the same at Lazy. So you'll be running for regular points. The classes that didn't race will be running for double points. Just want to go over a little bit of everything because it was a tough situation as we have a lot at stake there. Just coming into the race, we have a big overhead expense to make this thing happen. So just going into it, the ambulance was like $350 an hour. You got the staff, the awards, all this stuff, the insurance. So we got to make sure that you got to understand when we do this, we're putting a lot out to make this happen. So we're really counting on this thing going through. So everybody gets taken care of. Everybody gets happy. So the other day, everybody got paid. I still paid all the staff. Everybody got paid the same. And it's just one of them things that happens. Yeah, we wanted more spectators. We wanted more stuff, but it is what it is. Can't control what the weather does. If it was a concern to you, you definitely wanted to talk to me at Miami. So I had a couple people that I talked to and we figured out their situations. A couple of people that wasn't in the points, we figured them out. But if you didn't talk to me at Miami, I'm not going to be talking and carrying this thing on through Lazy and everything else. So if you have any issues, I had a couple people, most everybody in the points understands the deal. So we had a couple guys that's not in the points. So I told them that we'll take care of them at Miami. We're going to go back there. So we made everything cool, but I appreciate 95% of the people had no issues and understand the situation. So hopefully this is the first race in 11 years that I did not get to execute the full thing. So, yeah, I'm bummed out about it, but I can, like safety comes first. And when I went out and walked the track, when you got big pool-sized puddles, so even I didn't want no danger. Kid could fall in that. You could drown. You can, the bikes could get submerged and just ruined. There was just a lot of safety issues. That's why we chose to do what we did. So just keep that in mind. I love racing. I'd love to see them go out there in mud and but then there's a safety factor. So unfortunately, that's the way it came down and that's the way it worked. So yeah, keep in mind though, just for the future, as far as like refunds and that stuff, once you go on the track, it's non-refundable. So like if we had somebody at PAX track, they put a rag in their air filter. So they started the bike up and it sucked the thing. They didn't even get to go out to practice. The guy called, hey, I'm not going to be able to do it. So what I did is I gave them a rain check and then they came to Punta Gorda, and then so that's what happens. Stuff happens before practice. So if something happens, you don't go on the track, that's no problem. You come see us and we'll take care of you. Once you go on the track, it's a little bit different. Second part is once the races start, that's another form of it's pretty much done. It's not refundable. Once we start the races, we've chosen as a whole pack that we're going to try to do this thing. So just keep that in mind. As like I say, at 95%, I had no issues. So I want to thank everybody that supports us and understands the situation. We had a lot of, we had, like I say, a lot of overhead going into there. And like I say, I'm just thankful and I'm, very happy that I was able to unscathe that. So we move forward to Lazy. That's the situation. Lazy is going to be awesome. Bring your fishing poles. If you're wondering, it's like a Southwick. It's sand. It's a different style track. So it's really going to make and break riders. And like I say, this just adds a little bit more to the pot. So it's going to be pretty interesting at Lazy. Banquet tickets, we are working on that as well. Banquet tickets are on sale October 19th. Once we get done with this thing, July 28th, we're going to have a champagne celebration and have a overall little fun at the track. After the track, we're going to plan this big party October 19th. And that's what I'm doing is every race we put money into the banquet fund. We build this thing out. So make sure you don't miss October 19th, the banquet. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right. So anyways, I just wanted to get on here and let everybody understand what I did. If you showed up and you got to race, you got your points and no big deal. If you showed up and you didn't race, you got 40 you got 40 points for being there present. If you didn't go to Miami and you signed up, you'll get 20 points. Okay. You didn't make the trip. You didn't do all that. So I know it should be more, but this is the situation. The people that showed up, signed up, they got 40 points. If the people pre-signed up and did not make Miami, they got 20. I just wanted to make, that's the problem, is just I got to have it to be different. You can't not show up and then these people get here and then they got the same amount of points. I know it sucks, it's only 20, but that's the way we're going to do it, because we got to have the double points at Lazy and make everything work together. So keep that in mind. A lot of stuff. So I've been analyzing this since the race. Honestly, it's hard to make decisions right there at the race. And so I wanted to analyze it, make sure we do this. Becky is doing the points. So we're going to have the points ready today. We'll put them out there, but this is the scenario and this is what's happening. So hopefully you guys understand and you get it's definitely not an easy situation. So anyways, definitely wanted to say too, as we've had last couple of days have been pretty tough. My grandma from Dade City, I don't know if you knew her, but she ran the concessions there for 40 years. Well, she passed away last night. So we been going through that with my dad as well. And unfortunately, she's had a good life, 86 years old. So she had a great life. But unfortunately, at Dade City, it's going to change up a little bit in the concession stand area because my grandma passed. So, all right. So points. Let's talk a little bit about the points. As Becky's going to be posting them here in a little bit. And I didn't do this podcast to get as many people watching at the time, but I know through the next week or so, everybody will have a chance to listen and then hopefully you understand. So Pee Wee Stock, Forrest Johnson, Easton Craig, 890, 820. Henzo right now. Henzo is right now in the position for that high point. So Henzo is either going to lose it or win it. But right now he's sitting with a perfect score. And then Tyler Allen in second, 660. William Moy third and 600. Ollie Johnson leads the senior class, 910 to 680. Osceola, Von Giovanni still hanging on to that third. As Ollie Johnson in the 50 open, Talon Ben second, Peter Ansky third. As Ansky's been very impressive this year. As 65-58 beginner, Osceola right now 710, Moy 610, Matthew Thompson 530. 65 9-11 beginner, Keegan Rogers 780, Jack Gibson 760. 65 9-11, Axel Slavin. Axel's been riding good. I've definitely been watching, and it's pretty cool to see as Axel's riding. Jack Saracinto as and then Bentley Marr, the top three in the 65 9-11. 65 open class, Axel Slavin 740, Nicholas Concavlis 520, Easton Kendall 440. 85 7-11 beginner, Hunter Van Hooser 780, Breck Burns second, Frisbee back in third as they're tied. They're actually tied 560, 560 for that second place spot in 85 beginner, 7-11. Luke Clark leads the advance. Hildenbrand in second, 85 advance. Ty Tebow is one of my favorite guys to watch. He right now leads the advance. Super Mini, Miguel Abadola right now leading Ryan Yates and Adam Albright, top three. 125 two-stroke, Mosley 710, Grant Curry 680. So 30 points divides the two there in the 125 two-stroke class. 125 250 beginner, Chris Morris and Marcelo tied 650 650 as Ryan Colbert 550. So this is one of them incidents, this class here, as Ryan pre-signed up for the race, so he'll get 20 points. Chris and Marcelo both showed up to Miami hoping to get a bigger lead, but they're going to get 40 points, so they'll get a little bit of lead over there, but he keeps Colbert within 100. So anything can happen in that class. That one's fun to watch. 125 250C, Juan Gonzalez, Quinn Sonnen 690 670, Blake Marr 600. As Bailey right now 820 in the 125 250 advance. Also Bachler 790 in the four-stroke open. As Connor in second, Jack Mabe third. Schoolboy Juan Gonzalez 750, Grant Curry 500, Blake Mara. Plus 40, Joshua Clark, David Gunning. Junior girls, Mosley, right now, she leads the junior girls 930. So she's pretty close in that high point. But right now, the guy that beats the kid on the junior. So we'll see. Remember, in high point, we take the top 10. So the top 10 will actually get an award, but the actual high point will get, the big trophy. So, all right, women's class, Quinn Sonnen, 930, Piper Harris, and Kiana Murphy. Plus 50, John Harris, 800, Alvin Moore, 700, Nathan Miller, 360, Joshua Clark, plus 30 class, Joshua Clark, 630, Marcito, 540. I'm bad with names. Alvin Moore leads the plus 45. As we go to the plus 55, we got Harris, John Harris, 870, as he's got control. The plus 55, Vet Open, Mariko Bracha, 600 points in the Vet Open. Quad beginner, as the quad guys wasn't there, but they'll be running at Lazy doubleheader. They'll be racing a race on Saturday for the quads, as they got to make up their race. So we're going to do a small race for them on Saturday, and then they'll be racing with us, the regular I4MX round on Sunday. So that's going to be pretty interesting with the quads. Is Pollen, Nelts, and Tide. Tyler Pagel leading the advance. Gustova in the extreme. Damian Dissima, 710. Juan Pablo, 700 and a 450 beginner. Trenton Moore, 470. So that's going to be pretty interesting as well. 450C, Joe Bachler, 850. 85 beginner, Big Will. Van Hoosier right now leading, but Mosley, 30 points behind. And Livernois, 620. So he's right there as well. 85 quad intermediate, Braden Colbert. Stars of Tomorrow, Braden Benz right now, Ty Tebow. So 860, 730. Tebow trying to close the gap, needs a little bit of help. Ryder Robinson, third in that Stars of Tomorrow. That's a good class, as you got Luke Clark and Maleko rounding out the top 5. Vet Novice, Andrew Brady, 920. Gibson, 640, second. Gunning, third. 85C class, one of my favorites. Robinson right now, 810. Albright, 700. Del Rosca and Fennell, all right there. All right, a couple more classes left. 50C senior beginner. Henso right now in the lead. Frisbee in second, as Paul Saravini in third. 50 intermediate, Peter Ansky. 16 to 29 class, Andrew Brady and Joe Mosley having a good little battle there as well. 85, 12 to 15, Jackson Culbertson and Livernois 1-2, as JoJo back in third, 640. So they're all pretty close. 65 intermediate, 5 to 11, Nicholas right now leading 930, but Easton Kendall 770, Breck Burns 760. So they're closing the gap there, and there's a lot of racing left. So, well, not much, but plenty. Anything can happen. So we'll just see what happens. 50cc e-bike, Talon Benz, Peter Ansky, and Easton Craig, the top 3. The junior mini, one of our new classes, Braden Benz right now. Christopher Goncalves in second. Miguel Adola, third. 125, 250 beginner, Christopher leading that one, 830. And then Carson Griffin, 820. That one's fun to watch as well, as Caesar went down as he got hurt. So he was unfortunately out for the season. So that's going to be a good one to watch. Like I say, we got plenty of good racing. We can't predict the shit that happens, is we kind of go with it. And, like we wanted to do it. We want to make all that happen, but something was saying that it wasn't possible. So I just listened to, sometimes listen to God, and maybe it wasn't meant to be. And we got out of there safely. We got everybody home safe. We're going to re-rack it. It's hard on us because we got to figure out the 2, which we're doing that. So we'll get through Lazy. 9 classes, regular points. All the rest of classes will be double points. So we just got to make sure that we put the points in correctly, once we get to Okeechobee, everything will be back even. And then we do the final round, and yeah, hopefully we get through, 2 good races here, and then it's gonna be good time. I'm excited. I do think if we were at Lazy or Okeechobee, we would have probably been okay with the rain we got. But just with Miami, the way the track trains and the way it was just and the lightning. The lightning was the main thing. Is it was bad. So yeah. Anyways, I apologize. Like I say, it's our first race that we haven't been able to execute in 11 years. It's not the end of the world, but like I say, it means a lot for us for these races to go off good and everything to go smooth. And when something happens like this, it just wasn't meant to be, and this is what we're up against. So, anyways, I've done the best I can to make it good for everybody. The people that showed up, you're getting 40 points. If you pre-registered and you didn't go, you only get your 20 sign-up points. So that differentiates the two. If you didn't go at all, then you don't get nothing. But the thing is we do have Lazy Springs. It gives people a little bit of lifeline, as they actually didn't get knocked out at Miami. So now they have a little bit of lifeline. Maybe we can pull this championship off. It just adds a little bit of twist to it. But like I say, it's not me. It's the weather and the way it was meant to be. So, and all we're doing is making adjustments and giving what God gives us. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, I apologize if there's any confusion, and you're more than welcome to call me. I'll be happy to explain and kind of go through the scenarios. Don't think that I just came out here and said this. I talked to my dad. I've talked to Jason, Mara. I've talked to several people, getting people's opinions of what I could do, what I can't do, how we should do this. And this is the best solution. So this is this is what we've came up with, and this is what we're going with. So just keep in mind, Lazy Springs in 2 weeks and then after that, the week after, we got 2 in a row. The week after is Okeechobee, the final round. But like I say, it's going to be a lot of fun. We appreciate all the tracks. Miami was a great time. On Saturday, everybody rode, and it was good day. So I am thankful we did get a good day in, and we just got cut short on Sunday. So. But anyways, I do apologize. Hopefully everybody made it home safely and is doing good. And yeah, happy 4th of July. And we'll be back with you not next week, but the week of our race. I'll be back on here with the podcast leading up to Lazy Springs with all the information for Lazy Springs. Bring your fishing pole. It's a lot of fun at Lazy Springs. So just keep that in mind. All right. If you have any questions, just feel free to hit me up. Please pass on the word. And this is the situation. Everybody that showed up that didn't race gets 40 points. If you pre-registered, you only get 20 because you didn't come to Miami. So that's the way it's going to work. So it kind of differentiates the people that did come and didn't come that signed up. So, all right. I appreciate you guys. Take it easy. Thank you.